The story I want to tell you has traveled all over the internet, and its deep meaning and life lesson can be repeated over and over again.
When I returned home after work, I found my wife in the dining room where she was setting the table for dinner. I was about to have a very difficult conversation with her.
Hey, honey.
My wife saw me and said,
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just have something really heavy on my heart that I need to talk to you about.
What's bothering you?
There's no easy way to say this.
Say what?
Heather, I want a divorce. I think we can both agree that neither one of us has been happy in this marriage for a while now. And I think it's best we just stop pretending and go our separate ways. I had the paperwork drawn up.
Yeah, our marriage has been non-existent for a while, but I just thought we'd rebound.
I thought so too. I just can't compete with your friends.
You're never even here. You leave early in the morning, you come home late at night, you're never here on the weekends. We just have busy lives, and I thought you were okay with that.
I wasn't. I just allowed my work to fill the void.
Of all the days.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Okay, look, just read the papers and sign them. I made sure you're well taken care of. And, I'm not hungry, but thanks for dinner. She didn't look angry or surprised. But I could see the intense pain in her eyes. What else could I say? That I didn't love her for a long time, but only felt pity and that my heart belonged to another woman from now on. Without another word, I went to the bedroom and went to bed. According to the contract, I left her the house and the car, and she had to be satisfied with that. There was nothing more I could do for her. I just wanted to get rid of her as soon as possible. In the morning, I tried to leave for work early. I couldn't find comfort because of the difficult situation I'd had with my wife. Just then, my new love walked into my office.
Good morning, sunshine. What's wrong?
Last night I asked Heather for a divorce.
Really? What did she say? Or do?
She was surprised, but it didn't matter because I told her this is what I wanted.
Did you tell her about us?
No, our marriage was over long before there was an US.
I mean, does this mean we can finally be a real couple?
I'd like that, yes. But let's wait until the divorce is final and I've moved out.
You can always move in with me.
No, I'll probably get my own place, at least at first. I hope she just signs the paper so we can get on with our lives.
The sooner the better.
I waited for days, but she was slow to sign the papers. Samantha, my new love, was always rushing me, and I decided that today I would finally get my wife to sign. At home, my wife met me at the table with my favorite dish.
Have you eaten?
No.
I made your favorites.
Yeah, I see, thanks.
Can you join me, please?
Okay.
I read over the offer, and everything looks fine, but I have a counteroffer. I don't want the alimony.
You don't?
No. Nor do I want the house.
You don't?
No.
Okay, really, what's going on here?
I would like for you to carry me from our bedroom to the front door every morning for the next 30 days.
Carry you?
Yeah, just like you did when we got married. If you do this, at the end of the 30 days, I'll sign.
So, just carry you from the bedroom to the front door? Just 1 minute of your day?
That's it.
No alimony, no house or anything.
Nothing.
What about the son? Don't you need more money?
No.
But you quit your job.
How'd you know I quit my job?
Because I called to see if you went to work today. So what happened? Did you hit the lottery or something?
Why do you ask?
I'm just surprised with your counteroffer.
Imagine how surprised I was when you asked for a divorce. Look, Steve, all I need to do is postpone the application for 1 month. Our son's school exams are in a month, so we don't want to jolt his nervous system with such sad news, but try to continue to play the role of well-being in our family for a month. That's all I want.
Can I have a day to think about it? I answered and left. I was very surprised. But I didn't care what she was doing anymore. I wanted to get away from her and fly to my new true love. I agreed because I had to admit it was the right thing to do for our son. To keep him out of all this. My wife's second demand seemed completely stupid to me.
No alimony?
My new girlfriend asked me in surprise. No.
And she's giving up the house?
Yeah. All she wanted was for a month, every morning, I'd carry her out of our bedroom and carry her to the porch in memory of when I brought her into the house after we were married. And I didn't argue, really, because it wouldn't have meant anything to me anyway. Since you came along, my wife and I have had very little intimacy. It's been a long time since we've touched or spent time together. So I'll fulfill this stupid condition and I'm free to go.
Okay.
Samantha replied with a shrug.
So what did you say?
I told her I needed to think about it. Samantha left very satisfied. I really wanted to get this story over with, because I thought I didn't love my wife anymore. In the evening, I told her my answer. So, I thought about your counteroffer and I decided to accept it. Look, I just thought it would speed up the process, and at the end of the 30 days we could go our separate ways.
That's fine.
Okay. Oh, so when do we start?
We can start tomorrow, unless you want to wait for the new documents to be drawn up.
No. Tomorrow's fine. We really hadn't been together for so long. I was leaving early in the morning and by evening we were having a communal dinner for the sake of my son and sleeping at different ends of the bed. So when I took my wife in my arms on the first day after a long break in the relationship, I felt very awkward and there was even some mental confusion, but my son's joyful applause and my wife's happy smile brought me back to reality. As I carried my wife in my arms around the house, she whispered to me,
Don't tell your son anything about the divorce until the date's set.
A curious Samantha was already waiting for me in the office.
So, tell me, how'd it go?
It went fine.
Any details?
Not really.
Nothing happened?
Like what? I don't know. Carrying her from the bedroom to the front door just seems so simple. Well, she did get dressed up.
Dressed up, what do you mean?
She wore an evening gown.
Really? Oh, I knew there was a catch.
What's the catch?
She's trying to win you back by getting dressed up and having you carry her every day.
You think so?
Yes.
And how do you know?
How do you think I got you? Oh. 29 more days to go.
29 days.
So, I was thinking. When she moves out, how about I move in?
I thought we were gonna stay in different places for a while.
I mean, yeah, we were, but that was before I knew she was moving out.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Plus, I'll probably sell it.
Sell it? Why?
I'm not gonna stay there, and if she moves, why keep it?
If she moves out?
Yeah, if she moves.
But I thought you said she doesn't want the place.
She doesn't, but I'm not just gonna kick her and the son out on the street.
No, no. You won't have to kick the son out, but you can give her a 30-day notice.
You really want that house, don't you?
I really want that house. It has so much potential,
Said Samantha. I'll think about it.
While you're thinking about it, I'll be shopping for rings.
What? I didn't have time to find out what rings Samantha was talking about because I was called to a meeting. On the second day, the role of happy husband was a little easier for me. We behaved more naturally, and my wife leaned her head on my shoulder and I could smell her scent. Suddenly I caught myself thinking that it had been so long since I had noticed and looked at these once favorite features of my own wife's face. I hadn't noticed the fine lines under her eyes and a few gray hairs. On the fourth day, taking my wife in my arms, I involuntarily thought about the fact that this woman gave me 10 years of her life. She put so much warmth in our marriage. What could I do to thank her? Pretty soon there was a little spark between us that grew every day, and I was also surprised to notice that my wife was becoming lighter and lighter to me. My chest ached at the fragility and vulnerability of that little body of hers and the trust with which she clung to my chest. One morning I found her by the closet. She was choosing what to wear and lamented that she had lost a lot of weight. It turned out that her entire closet had become incredibly large for her. It was only now that I noticed how thin and gaunt my wife had become, which was why my burden was getting lighter with each passing day. My awakening seemed as sudden and painful as a blow to the solar plexus. I felt bitter that I had caused her such pain, and unknowingly I caressed her hair. At that time our son came into the room and my wife hugged us both tightly. Tears came. My son asked when Daddy would carry Mommy in his arms. It had become a familiar start to the day for him. I easily picked up my wife and carried her to the door. I felt exactly like our wedding day. She gently hugged my neck just like she did then. And I held her tightly to me. The only thing that truly saddened me was my wife's weight on the last day of the agreed-upon term. My wife wasn't feeling well that day. That day I finally realized that I actually loved my wife very much and would never leave her, and that I had almost made a terrible mistake. But before it was too late I decided to make it right that very day. The first thing I did when I got to work was to meet Samantha. I met her in my office.
Hey, my handsome, still-to-be-divorced man.
Hey, we need to talk.
Okay, but if it's about you not moving in with me, it's cool, like, I'm not even mad at that.
It's not about that.
Okay, then, what is it about?
Samantha, I can't leave my wife.
You are not doing this. Not now, not here. You told me you loved me.
And I do. But I'm in love with my wife. Samantha, I love my family.
You said you wanted to be with me.
And I did. At first. But then I realized that changing my circumstances does not change who I am. I realized I've got to get closer to God.
Why can't you be closer to God and still be with me?
The foundation of our relationship was built on a lie. I can't stand before God under those circumstances.
Why are you doing this now?
I've got to start somewhere. And I can't continue living this way. We can't continue living like this.
What about me? What am I supposed to do now?
Well, change with me. Turn yourself into God and let Him know that you want a better way.
So, does this mean you're going to tell your wife about us?
Yes. And I'm gonna beg her to forgive me. And I'm asking you to please forgive me.
Why now?
I don't know. But is there ever a good time to break someone's heart? All I know is I've seen a love greater than mine. Heather has shown so much grace and mercy. And I know that God used her to change my heart. Samantha, the man you think you love isn't worthy of anyone's love. I've been so selfish. And I'm so sorry.
So if she leaves you, you're going to come running back to me?
Whether she leaves or stays, it doesn't matter. I just want to be right before God. And whatever God decides, I will accept it. And no, I won't come running back to you.
I cannot believe this is happening to me. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Please forgive me.
I can't even work here anymore. And I have nowhere else to go. I can't be around you.
I understand. Here's what I want to do. I'll give you 6 months severance and benefits, and I'll help you find a new job.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because my sin caused this, and I want to take responsibility.
Can I get that in writing?
Yes.
So what now?
Now, I'm gonna go home and beg my wife for forgiveness. Gasping with excitement, but with a light heart, I jumped out of the office and headed first to the flower store. There I bought the most beautiful bouquet and attached to it a card with the inscription, "It will be my happiness to carry you in my arms until the last day of your life." On the way home, I already realized that the routine of monotonous family life does not arise from the fact that love goes somewhere, but from the fact that people do not give importance and significance to the spouse in their lives. Gasping with excitement with a light heart and a bouquet in my hands, I ran into the bedroom. My wife was lying on the bed. She was dead. It was later that I found out that my wife had been courageously fighting cancer for the past few months. She didn't tell me anything about it. And I didn't notice anything as I was busy and blinded by my relationship with another woman. But my wise and kind wife, knowing that she didn't have long to live, with a last effort of will tried to keep my image of a good father and loving spouse in our son's mind. She managed to revitalize our relationship and make us all come together and become a happy family. Too bad it was so short-lived. Oh, if only I could have realized it sooner. But I was blind. My wife left me a farewell letter, and here it is.
Dear Steve, I ask that you please forgive me for the way that I've handled my passing. I just couldn't handle dying under the circumstances we were facing. When you asked me for a divorce, I had just found out I had cancer, and that my time was very short. After a lot of prayer, I decided that I wanted to die, knowing that our son viewed you as a great dad and husband. I also wanted to die as your wife. I am so grateful that God allowed me to become your wife and the mother of our amazing son. I am so happy to have lived as long as I did. and to now go home to my father. I pray that one day I will see you and our son again. Please take care of him and teach him every day about God, because you are now example of Jesus to him. I know this must be hard, but know that God has a plan for all of us. I love you and I look forward to seeing you again. Your wife, Heather.
God forgive me, I whispered as I hugged my dearly beloved wife one last time. Heather, forgive me, I was so blind. Thank you for rekindling my love and protecting our son from so much pain. Yes, we will miss you very much, but we will definitely be together again. Since Heather and my son went to church every Sunday and I hadn't done that in a long time, I decided to end the duality and go back to God and start a new life, so that my wife would be proud of me up there in heaven, and that I might be worthy to be by her side in eternity. My son and I had a whole life ahead of us, and I knew it wouldn't always be rosy, so I decided I would need an anchor bigger than my own self to live it worthy, and to be an example to my dearly beloved son. Only God can help us do that. And at the end, friends, no matter what times you are going through in your union, it is important that any small joys, signs of attention, little touches to your love will not only strengthen and beautify your marriage, they will not let the fire go out. Be not only a lover to your wife, but also a friend, and a faithful and loyal life partner. Remember, the main thing in family life is a relationship that will forever fill your life with love and happiness, and money, work, and things they will be added. I hope this story helps someone to keep their family together, because many gave up when they were one step away from winning. There's a wise book that says, "Love is long-suffering, merciful, love does not envy, love is not exalted, is not proud, is not disorderly, does not seek its own, is not irritated, does not think evil, does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth, covers everything, believes everything, hopes everything, endures everything. Love never ceases."
The end. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe, like and comment on the video so more people can watch it. Thank you so much.